the city council really took the bull by the horns and said, we disagreed with the mayor's approach.
I've been covering city council here in San Diego for over a year and a half, and I can tell you that right now the stakes feel really high. It has been big vote after big vote for the last 2 months against the backdrop of a really big budget problem. And even though the council is all Democratic, there have been some dissenting voices on some of those decisions. So for this week's Politically Speaking, we sat down with Councilmember Raul Campillo for his take on some of those big decisions, and I'm going to focus on 3 of them right now. First up, the new trash fee. Community members really didn't like it, and Campillo was one of only 3 council members to vote against it.
When my constituents are telling me that they are on a fixed income in a home that they've owned for 50 years and they don't have $530 more a year to pay for trash, otherwise they might have to sell their home, move somewhere else, that's just an unacceptable alternative.
Then there's the issue of parking at Balboa Park. Councilmember Campillo was one of only 2 no votes this week when the council decided to put meters in and around the iconic park. But the council member did vote yes on the budget a couple months back, and that was banking on money from the parking fee and the trash fee. How do you reconcile your yes vote on the budget with your no vote on that? Where's the revenue going to come from?
As I said, we have vacant positions that we could cut that would make up for a lot of that gap. But there's other council members who said, no, let's start charging at Balboa Park. I think that that's not the right approach.
But the council was all on the same page this week when they decided to turn the page on 101 Ash Street by turning the infamous building into affordable housing. Why should people in this city have faith that this saga is really coming to an end?
Well, let's talk about the cost of 101 Ash right now, today. $7,000 a day simply to have the fence around and make sure that security is there. $2.2 million a year, essentially, for us to just look at the building. By offloading this with a lease to a developer who's going to create housing, create a food hall, create childcare at that site, we're getting that off our balance sheet.
And one thing that really stood out to me from this conversation was how critical the council member was of the mayor and how he's been putting the budget into action. The council member thinks we're going to be having these really tense conversations about the city's finances for the foreseeable future, maybe even a future where he runs for mayor.
I'm certainly thinking about it, but I'm more focused on being a good council member right now.
We talked about other big picture national issues like homelessness and immigration too, so be sure to check those out on NBCSanDiego.com.